Hello everyone, welcome to the Friday video slot. It's me. How are you all doing? Right, I've got another really exciting mini journal project for you, and this one I think is the best one I've ever made, and I had a lot of people bugging me for this. So here we are, ladies. It's all ready to go. Now, I think that you've got plenty of time because this would make a great Mother's Day gift. I know that the UK celebrates Mothering Sunday in March. We've had ours just a week or two back, but the rest of the world celebrate Mother's Day this in May. So I thought this is perfect because it comes in its little pouch and everything, and it's so feminine and really it's lovely. Right, I'm going to stop talking and get to it. This is the printed kit that I've got here, but as you know, I do the digitals in the US and A4 size, so I'm not going to go into all of that. If you're wanting to know all the details, then click on the more below this video and more again. There's two mores to click, and when you do that, a wealth of information drops down. All the links, all the details and everything is in there. All right, so these are available from our website shop, and that's angelakerrdesigns.com. Just put that in your browser. All right, and before I forget, I've put these here to remind me, I have these. So although I've done the Easter ones, you saw me do that, I've got these gorgeous little notebooks. These are journaling notebooks. These are the spirit, the whispers of spring. I nearly said spirit of Christmas. I don't know where my head is. It's a bit early for that. And these make great journals to put in your handbag, perfect size. They feel so nice. You can decorate them with a piece of lace and a ribbon for the perfect, affordable gift. These come from our Amazon store. So you just put Angela Kerr spring notebooks and they'll come up. Now I've got over 60 different options there for all ages, men, women, children, the lot, and really great. Now if you like journaling with a fountain pen, they work with that too. All right, let's get to the Whispers of Spring mini journal. I'm going to talk you through it, and I do have again a little giveaway, so hang on till the end and I'll tell you about that. All right, if you didn't see who the winners were for the last giveaway, that's the video just before this one. All right, that was for the Easter Bunny, and they are already on the way to their owner, the winners. Right, so we've got the Whispers of Spring mini journal. If you buy a printed kit from me, this is the printed kit, you get 2 sets of this, so you can make 2 of these with their pouches. All right, all you have to do is cut it out and glue it together. I do have a construction video. All the mini journals are pretty much the same in the way they go together. Teddy, do you want to say hello? Giving me the little white eyes. It's got the shy look now. And you can just follow along to that construction video, and again the link is in the description box below, and put it together in no time. I put together 2 of them last evening. All right, so that just shows you while I was designing it, so it would be quicker. All right, so let's have a look. How many you can see it's quite thick, but there's 2 sets in here. All right, so we've got our covers. I love this cover. I love the colors, so that's one of your cover choices. All right, and then this is the other one. I've stuck with the pink covers here because of the ribbon I used for the closure. All right, this is I don't think you can see it too well, but you've got green, light green and light pink blended together in different patterns. That's the page that I join on the underside of the cover, so that you've got that on the one side and that on the other, and then I cut it out. All right, this is your page that you print on folder B. Now if you've ever noticed, I've got folder A and folder B with these. Folder A you only print on the one side, folder B you print this on the underside. All right, so that's why I've done it like that. Okay, so that's that one. Here's your little folio and pocket that goes on your belly band. These are for your closures for this. Here's your little half page. Love this wood grain. this is the other part of the belly band, and I did stick in a little flower into that gap, which we are going to use. Here's one of the little envelopes that change into a little pocket, and here's your closures for your journal pages. Here's the other little envelope, and here are your little fussy cuts for the pockets. All right, two different designs there. Here's your double-sided pocket that goes into the inside cover of the journal. I've put 2 of these there in case you wanted to make a reverse paper clip, but I love that. 2 little pockets and the little tabs to go at the bottom of that. Here's the pouch design, and you can use either one of those sides as the front. Here's the little bits that go and the coin closures. Then you've got your lining pages for your pouch. I just fitted on a couple of extra ephemera bits there. That one goes onto your double-sided pocket. Here's the lid. And the way I set this up is so that you can just glue on the one side, fold the 2 corners together, and then cut it out so that it matches perfectly. Right. And then you've got your pockets, up-sided pockets, your flip up, your other 2 pockets. Those washi tapes go on there. Some pieces of ephemera. Then we've got some tags, some little letters, little sentiments, that's the word, your envelope. And of course this gets printed on the back of these sides. As you can see, I've done it already. Okay, so that when you cut out your envelope and your flip out and things, that isn't white paper, it actually has a print. And the same here. So you've got a couple of fussy cuts I put in. I put a few of those onto the envelope, so you'll see what I did there. And then these are your other bits. This is your journal page, and again it's printed on the underside. And then this is your little envelope I was talking to that goes into here. All right, and then I've added some more note pages. So these you cut them in half and trim off the white bits, and that will go into your little journal section for some writing sections, and I've put 2 of those in there. And then I've added the mini journal pages as well. And again, I've printed that on the back of those. All right, so you've got 2 different sheets there. And that should be the end of, yes, and then we're back to the next set. All right, so that's 21 pages. It's getting bigger and bigger every time. I started off having 13 pages and now I'm on 21. Can you believe it? The first one I did was about 13 pages. Right, so that, as I said, is available as a digital or as a printed kit, depending if you have a printer or you're not keen on your printer or whatever. All right, and that makes up then into your pouch. So here's your pouch. I did put a little bit of lace on the back there. Just doesn't have to, but it looks pretty. I love the pouch. And then you've got your little journal. All right, so I've done both covers here. All right, so they'll be part of a giveaway that I'm going to share with you at the end. Okay, when you get a printed kit from me, I do give you a little tag with a message. So that's what that's for. All right, let's show you one other thing. There is a ribbon bundle for this. These are all the ribbon and lace pieces that I used for that journal. So you've got the tie bits for your folio and for your pouch. You've got all the lace. We use all of these inside that little journal. Okay, so that's your ribbon and lace Whispers of Spring bundle. Now I do also offer the combination, just to save on postage, that if you order one of these and one of these, you can get the combination printed kit and this. Obviously, as a digital kit, I don't want to make it complicated. This is just one paper size. This is A4. The US, you can, you're only having postage for one item, so it's not required. But yeah, that's up to you. Or you can get the bundle on its own, or the printed kit on its own, or a digital and not have any postage at all. It's all up to you. All right, let's go and have a look quickly at this little cutie, and believe me, it is cute. And as I said, it fits inside the little pouch, which you see me do. It's lined. There we go. So a perfect gift bag already done. And as you can see, it just fits in there really nicely. And you close it up with your little closure. All right. So I love that. And I think that would make a lovely Mother's Day gift or birthday gift for somebody. All right. So we've got our little cover here. I've put some of that lace down the side after I sewed in the signatures, and it's really pretty. This is a perfect size for a purse or handbag. You can't go wrong with this. Now this ribbon is the closure, and you've got enough for 2 journals there. Okay, so we open that up. Look how sweet that is, and it's chunky. It's quite chunky. You've got your little folio. All right, and that's got 2 pieces of ephemera in there. There we go. And your little pocket. So that goes in over there. And that just closes up. And then I stuck this on 3 sides so I could put this little card in there as well. Nature. I love nature. I think we all do. 2 little bits in there. Little pocket with one of the fussy cuts. All right. So that just goes nicely in there. And this is your half page. So it's a half page. There we've got our little tag. And then you turn that over, and on this side you've got one of these cards which I had as a pocket. I'll just put a little bit of ribbon there just to give it a little bit of a zhuzh. A little writing card stuck on some ribbon. So those just slide in here. There we go. All right, and then here's the first of your envelope pockets. It's got the large tag in over there with that beautiful ribbon. That slides in over there. And then over here is where I stuck the little daisy onto the pocket there. On this side is just beautiful as it is. And then we've got that little upright pocket there and a little tag over here, and this is where I added tranquil. Here's your little flip up with the pocket, and you can see everything's printed underneath, so you don't have anything that's white. Your 3 little cards in there. Here's one of your little altered book pages. I love these. And I stuck my little paper clip over here. Sometimes I use it to keep the envelope on, but it's up to you. And all of these pages can be written in. And here's where the lined ones go. I've also used my avocado tea-stained and lacy pages instead of just tea-stained pages. Here's the lacy, here's the avocado, and then you'll see the another altered book page. You'll see the tea stained one as well, because I don't have any tea stained there. All right, that's a digital, and you know I use it all the time. It's probably the best used digital. Here's I've alternated them here with writing paper in between, but these would make perfect little journal pages. So there are loads in here. All right. So here's the little envelope that I was talking about. I've added 2 pieces of lace and one of the little roses on there. And that just slides on over there. And on the side, we've got our little belly band. How cute is that? Beautiful butterfly. And then I've got in the butterfly postcard and another little envelope from the kit. All right, and then here's another pocket. We've got our other big tag which goes in over there, and on that side we've got that pocket there, which is already done and decorated. Here is our other pocket. I've added one of the washies and the fussy cut on there. And here you can see the little writing bits that go in there. And then on the side, again, I've got little tag. And we've got these little cards that I made. All right, bird song. So those tuck in there. Here's your double pocket. That's the little card I said needed to go on here with a bit of lace, a butterfly, and then we've got the little pockets with the bird cards in there. And in the back, I've got these two little cards in there. And that's everything. There's a lot in here, but it's so pretty and it's quite fair size. And as I say, all you've got to do is cut it out, stick it together, and you could be rolling off gifts for people for the whole year. I've got quite a few of these different mini journals that you have seen. Must be in the 30s by now. And really, I've got people that just love buying the minis because they're so quick to make. And I mean, you don't have to put them in the order that I do it, you know, you can create it and make it your own. And some people combine different things. I also like to use these minis in the larger journal. So, you know, I use the various elements in the larger journal, which you've seen me do as well. All right, everybody, that's my little story for today. Let me talk you a little bit about the giveaway. Now, the giveaway is going to be 2 prizes of 1 mini journal each, all right, in its pouch. So here's the pouch, all right, made by me. And so it's ready made up. And the people that are going to go into the draw for this are the people that buy this kit, whether it's in the digital format or the printed format, all right, or of course the bundle. So if you buy any of those things, you will go into the draw for the giveaway, all right? And that's going to take place. Let's see, we are now at the end of March. Oh, I will be posting these off from Wednesday, the 1st of April. So I'm going to say, let's leave it until the end of April, all right? Let's make it my birthday, so the last week of April. And then I will draw a winner then. So that gives everybody enough time. Depending when in the month, people will say to me, oh, but I only get paid at this time. So if we do it for the month, that covers everyone. All right, so let me just go over that again. If you want to be eligible to win one of these minis, all you have to do is buy one of the Whispers of Spring mini journal kits, or whether that's a printed kit or a digital kit, or one of the bundles, the Whispers of Spring bundles. All right, so that's what I'm going to do for this month, and I think I might make it a regular occurrence to give a giveaway. All right, everybody. Teddy's scratching my arm here. He obviously needs to go outside. So I'm going to love and leave you. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope that you enjoy this. Let me know what you think of this little sweetie, this little journal. And I'd love to, if you're needing to know anything, you know how to get hold of me. All right, everyone. Stay well. Have a wonderful weekend. Hugs and love to all of you. See you very soon. Bye-bye.